Hello, my name's Annabelle Fisher. I'm from the EFT Healing Centre. And a large part of the work that I do is working with chronically, seriously and terminally ill clients. And over the years, one thing I've become very clear about is one of the reasons that they could have become sick in the first place is because of a lack of setting effective, healthy boundaries in their past. And I certainly speak from experience. I had chronic fatigue syndrome, or ME, in 2003. And now as I look back on the years that led up to that time, I am definitely mindful that I was completely oblivious to the need to set boundaries. I certainly was a people pleaser. I put everybody's needs before myself, and I strove for perfection in other people's eyes. What I've come to realize is that energy draining behaviors are created in childhood, really as a way of keeping us safe, such as blaming others, or placating or pleasing others, or simply avoiding a situation. And of course these strategies develop into adulthood too. And of course that's not healthy, because that's really not any particular boundary. It's more like a complete wall that's built up. And as I've explored this concept with my clients using EFT, what really has come out of this is that clients feel confident and safe enough to have a voice, to use the voice they have, but they probably squashed down, to speak up and to start setting healthy boundaries that serve them. So I thought I would introduce you to a process that I use, and we'll do some tapping afterwards. And as you tap along with me shortly, I'd ask you to take full responsibility for your mental, emotional, spiritual and physical well-being as you tap and after the tapping. Thank you. So if you grab a pen and paper, I want you to write down a time in your past when you were unable to say no. Who was it that you were unable to say no to? Think back to that time and remember the way that person looked at you. Was there a gesture or a facial expression? Was there a tone of voice that led to you believing you were wrong? How did you feel in your body? How are you feeling now as you remember that time? The time when you didn't have a voice and you couldn't speak up. Just take a note of everything that you're feeling now as you consider that time, and jot that down. And let's start by tapping the karate chop point. Even though I couldn't say no, I want to accept myself anyway. Even though I felt I had to compromise, I want to accept all of me, who I was then and who I am now. Even though I was afraid they wouldn't love me if I said no. I want to accept all of me. Even though I was afraid they would reject me if I said no. I deserve to accept myself now and treat myself with a little more kindness. So we'll go to the top of their head. I couldn't say no. Maybe a part of me wanted to. I was afraid to say no. I was afraid they wouldn't love me anymore. I needed to please them. I chose to compromise because it was easier. I couldn't say no. They wouldn't have liked it. I had to placate them. Somehow that was easier. And in serving their needs and what they wanted, I forgot about my needs and what I wanted. I pushed that down inside of me. I decided what I needed was not important. And now I realize I want to turn that around. What I want and need is important. I deserve to speak out and let them know. And even though the thought of that is very scary, what if I could do it anyway? It's time to honor what I want and need. I have a voice and I'm willing to use it now. I've put their needs first far too long. What if I could make myself as much of a priority as them? I deserve to be a priority. I've made them and only them a priority for too long. I'm tired of compromising. It's exhausting. I'm willing to speak out. I want to speak out. I'm ready to express my needs now. And I choose to do so with ease and confidence. I'm finding power in my voice and I'm ready to use it. So close your eyes and take a comfortable breath.